Hi there, today is day 9 of the 15-minute creative journaling challenge, and today's prompt is memorabilia. And this is the perfect prompt for today because just early on in the day I went to the orthodontist to get my braces tightened, and I have some ephemera from there which I'd like to journal about. And so I'm looking through my journal for a page to work with, and as you can see, this journal has gotten quite full, and most of it is full of the 15-minute creative journaling challenge, which means I'll probably be making a new journal really soon. So I choose this pink page over here, and I have my ephemera, and I'm going to be using this wrapping paper just to cover that pink and give it a new background. This paper is also very flimsy, so backing it up would make it a bit stronger so it doesn't tear or something in the future. This is a bit funny, but she was taking out my power chain and I requested if she could let me have it, and that was a really gross idea, but it's something I wouldn't mind having in my journal. But she was pretty disgusted and grossed out by the thought of that, so she was just like, no, I'll give you another one that's like brand new. And she also changed my wire today, so I have my wire and a brand new power chain which she gave me specifically for my journal. And I just thought that was really sweet of her because she actually gave me a brand new power chain just for my journal specifically, when she could have literally just given me my filthy, stretched out, used power chain. So I used some washi tape to put in the middle of that page so that the gift wrap doesn't lift up at any point in the future. And I don't know if this happens to anyone else, but my washi tape keeps on tearing like how it is doing right now, and I don't really know why it's doing that. Do you have any idea why? And she gave me this little Ziploc bag to put my things in, so I'll just be adding that onto the page somehow as well. My first idea was to take this clear stick-on book cover and attach my power chain to it, but since she didn't give me the power chain, I decided to use the wire instead. So I just cut it to the appropriate size, and then I'm going to be putting my wire in there, and it will be like a see-through window with my stuff inside it. However, this one here was already cut from before, so I just have to cut a new one. And I like the idea of having this inside like a plastic sheet because I don't want this thing floating around, and if somebody else is flipping through my journal, they would find it kind of gross to be touching that wire. So I did just cover it up and put it in that little plastic sheet so that it's not really repulsive for anybody else who's flipping through my journal to come across that. And I did want to trim off that excess with this like curvy scissor, but I think it wasn't cutting the plastic, so I just ended up using my normal scissor and cutting a straight line. And then I pull out that brand new power chain she gave me, which I still can't believe she actually gave that to me for fun. But I take that and I plan on stapling it to the top of the page. She also gave me these other pink and blue rubber bands, and I'm still overwhelmed, okay? It was really sweet of her. I did not expect to be getting those. So I just staple it directly onto that clear sheet I have so that it is interactive. And since this is brand new and hasn't been in anyone's mouth yet, I guess it's fine to have it there to interact with. I intended on stapling the pink and blue one as well, but I didn't want to do it either, so I thread some twine through the top hole it had there, and I just don't staple it and I put it aside to work with later on. I wanted to attach that clear sheet of plastic with washi tape, but I decided against that afterwards, and instead of using it for that, I take that little Ziploc bag I have and I attach that at the bottom as a flap out. And for now, I just add that other set of rubber bands in there. And then for the top clear sheet, I just attach it with my stapler. Oh yes, and that's me with my giant bowl of ice cream while I journal. And yes, I am doing quite a bit of yapping today, even though today's the day I'm supposed to try not to talk too much. Anyways, I looked through my William Morris postcards for something to journal on, and I settled on that light pink one. These postcards are my favorite supply to use when I just want to do a simple spread like this one, where I just have a story to tell. And then I had these printables of lace, and I just cut out one of them. And while I was doing this, I just came across a really cool hack. I don't know why I haven't ever thought of this before, but I was going to cut out that lace texture with my scissor, but then I realized I could just use those curvy scissors and get the texture cut out for me already, and that made the whole process so much quicker. My plan was to use it as a belly band for the postcard, and I'm deciding whether I want it horizontally or vertically, and in the end I preferred it more this way, where it was vertical and a bit more to the side of the page, and I simply staple it and put my card through it. And then I'm looking for something to put inside that little Ziploc bag they gave me, and I come across this tag which was laying around. I knew I had a few more of them, but I couldn't really find where they were right now, so I just settled on this one which I found. And that's when I realized that belly band was a bit loose and my card was floating around, so I will fix that later on. And then I decided I'm just going to take that twine from that rubber bands and attach it to the card instead. But after I do that, I realized I could have left it on the rubber bands and still attach it to the card so that they both attached to each other with the twine, if that makes sense. So then I decided that I should take out the twine and do that, but the twine was too short and it kind of wasn't working out. I was struggling because the end's frayed. So in the end, I just take it out and use another white string for that. And this time I take a longer piece so that everything can be threaded through comfortably. Oh yeah, she was kind enough to also just give me one of those little gum picks. I do have those, but she gave it to me, so I'll just be including it in the spread. I also like the fact that the thread is long, so when the card goes in the Ziploc bag, it won't get lost in there, and we can always just pull it out and fish it out with that string which is hanging out of the pocket. And then I tried to put it in there, but for some reason it wasn't going in there, and it did get stuck earlier on too, so I just cut off that excess of the Ziploc bag so that I can comfortably pull that card in and out without it getting stuck there all the time. That Ziploc bag over there also had something of mine in there, so I thought that was really cute also just to put in my journal. I do add another staple on the top to tighten up that belly band so that my card doesn't fall out of it every time. And then I just add some more washi tape under that clear sticker thing with the wire, just to show that that can lift up and it's a bit interactive. I did want to attach a washi tape at the top, but then I just settled for another thinner plain blue one for that. And that's basically it for the spread. I go and do my writing. I write the date and everything on that little card, and then I write the whole story about whatever happened today. I just fanned that postcard a little bit so that the ink dries. I was using a black gel pen, so I didn't want anything to be smudging. And that's it for today's spread. I hope you really enjoyed it, and this was really fun and unique and super interactive. Maybe one of my new favorite pages, and I'll be doing every day of this challenge. So if you're interested, you can watch my previous videos, and see you tomorrow. Bye.